Okay, I need you to scan this for me and let me know if there is a guillotine on here. Oh, sweet.
Should everyone be freaking out about this new CT scan scandal going on in the TCG world? Let's discuss it today. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is VMatt. If you do enjoy my content, please consider subscribing and joining all the fun we have here. Today might not be a fun video, though. It's pretty massive news, and if you guys are kind of in the dark about this, I'm sure you're probably watching this video maybe after you watched a few other videos on this particular topic, but I wanted to add my 2 cents to this debacle as well. Now, there was a YouTube channel that did kind of an experiment seeing if they could scan Pokemon packs to see whether or not you can actually determine what the pull was, and it was actually very successful. And I'll show you some screenshots right now to show you guys what can actually be done with these packs and the accuracy of these packs. It's kind of mind-blowing that you can determine whether or not you have a Hypno in a booster pack or if you just have a regular non-holo or just a janky rare. Now, it's very difficult to determine whether or not this is going to affect the sealed booster box industry. Now, there was an article that did actually say that you could scan booster boxes as well, and they've been using this method in the sports card world, which is wild, to actually determine whether or not a box is like feasible to open. Very kind of sketchy. Now, what I think when I see this is it's not like something that you wouldn't imagine trying in the past. It could have been something people were doing in the dark for a while. And when I say in the dark, meaning like kind of like shady practices, because it's kind of throwing shade in the dark, that they've been doing for a while. And it's possible that you could have been buying packs that were scanned before. Now it's just kind of more mainstream now that that video came out, and there's companies now saying that they will actually let you sell packs to them that they can scan for like $70, and they'll submit it and they'll give you sheets to show you what was actually in the packs or not, which is very crazy. And you know, we had weighed packs back in the day, and heavy packs were a thing, so that would determine whether or not you were going to get a holographic in the Wizards of the Coast era. However, it wouldn't let you know exactly what holographic card was going to be in there. Now there's a way to do that, which is crazy. We're entering a whole new world now for the vintage TCG sealed market. It's not going to just affect, let me just say this, it's not just going to affect Pokemon. This is going to affect Magic the Gathering. This is going to affect Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. And if you guys have been following Magic the Gathering, like the vintage sealed market for a while, and just vintage in general, it's been going down for the past few years. And now with this information, I imagine it could even take a bigger hit for sealed collectors from Magic the Gathering. This is just unbelievable that this has been going on longer than we might even know. But now there's a company offering this service. Whether or not they're going to be super successful, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to think why they wouldn't be. They're offering a service that could guarantee whether or not you have like a Charizard day set holographic, a first edition in there or not. Like that could change the pack price drastically. Now there is still people who do collect sealed as more of a display piece. Like I personally like to collect sealed, not because I want to open anything in the future. It's mostly just because I like the way that they look in my collection. I like the sealed look. I like having them on display. And some people even like display action figures. I display action figures as well. It's not all about just having a trade binder that you can flip through and show off. Like, while I do have binders as well, for me personally, I like having sealed product on display. So for me, it doesn't do much, but it definitely, for someone who runs a whole business on buying and selling sealed product, this is definitely a scary future that we could be going into. Now, I think there's going to be like a threshold when it comes to actually, you know, what makes it feasible. You know, what's going to be feasible to do a CT scan on, right? This is very expensive. This is very expensive equipment, and obviously it's going to be tinkered with to make it more accurate in the future. So we could be even entering an era where it gets even crazier. Now, what is going to determine whether or not it should be CT scan or would be CT scan? Now, should you be worried about like Sword and Shield boxes? Probably not. I mean, Evolving Skies is getting pretty expensive. You know, sealed packs of that, maybe, but no, I don't think it's really feasible yet to, you know, do those at the very moment. I think in the future, when boxes hit like $1,000+ there could be submissions for boxes to see whether or not like there's that ultimate chase card like a Moonbryon in there. Maybe there's gonna be like a ceiling now where people don't want to buy boxes unless they have a guaranteed scan to know what's in it in the future. Maybe people will be searching for the scan stuff, which is insane that we could be entering a future like that. But I do think that it isn't feasible right now to do this with any sort of box or pack that's cheap. I think it's kind of ridiculous that we are actually getting to this point, but the future was always going to bring problems to the collectible market like this. When you essentially have something that's like a booster pack, which is like a chance, you're selling a chance at something, there is going to be people out there who would reseal packs back in the day. There are people who'd weigh packs. That's a thing now. So we already had to deal with resealed packs. We had to deal with weighed packs. And by the way, they did solve that problem with the weighed packs. There's a few YouTubers that have actually kind of debunked whether or not you can weigh the newer packs. So stuff like from Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield, you can't really weigh them to accurately determine whether or not it's going to have a big hit. So they figured out a way to actually insert the cards in a way and have them weigh exactly an amount that is equal to pretty much every booster pack. Now, some booster packs still kind of weigh a little off here and there, but you can't really determine whether or not, if it's heavier or not, it's going to have a hit. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to scanning, they're only going to get more and more accurate in the future. And as you can see, some of the scans that I've showed you in this video so far, you can see how accurate they really are, which is kind of shocking. So that is something that we're going to have to deal with in the future, unfortunately, and this is probably one of the biggest controversies that the TCG and Pokemon TCG community has had to deal with in a while. It's pretty crazy. Now, I don't typically do news on this channel, but I thought this was big enough to do a news video on, and I just want to know your thoughts. I've kind of shared mine in this video. If you have any other differing thoughts on this, if you think it's a good thing, a bad thing, or if you're just kind of indifferent, you don't really give a crap, you're like a singles collector anyway, so you don't really care that much about the sealed product, let me know all of that down below in the comments section. And again, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.